The Pawtucket Downtown Design Plan is really focused on helping develop public space, traffic planning, and land use and zoning regulations. With the zoning changes, we're doing some basic housekeeping that will simply allow us to incentivize the kind of development that we want. We certainly want to have mixed use by right. We want to make it possible for people to put different kinds of activities and commercial space within one building right on Main Street. Downtown Pawtucket has a wonderful convergence of infrastructure, and some of these are sort of larger investments from the state level. I think some of the most important projects happening in downtown right now are the Bridge 550 project, which will really help connect our interstate. The second is the commuter rail stop, which will connect to the MBTA system. The third is the Blackstone River Bikeway, which will connect all the way through the state and up to Massachusetts. And the fourth is the RIPTA Rapid Bus, which will connect downtown Providence to downtown Pawtucket. If you look back historically, Pawtucket has always been a really important regional center. And if you look back about 200 years ago, a lot of the turnpikes and major routes came right through downtown, right onto Main Street. It really was the center of all of the economic activity and cultural activity within New England. We discovered when we first started the downtown plan that there were a major set of routes that came right through downtown, including the Boston Post Road. And all those turnpikes have been slowly disconnected by little segments over time. We propose to make all these historic turnpikes open to two-way traffic. The downtown area, especially the core of Main Street, has become disconnected from the neighborhoods and Providence and its surrounding communities by a series of little one-way segments that got changed over time. We want to reconnect those one-way segments to two-way connections again, so you can go and come back on the same route. If we reconnect these turnpikes, we really will be connecting downtown Pawtucket to all of its neighborhoods, the larger city, the region, and of course the world. Pawtucket is ready. Pawtucket is really ready with all the work that's been done with the city and the downtown plan to go to state agencies, to go to RIDOT, to go to RIPTA, to go at the kind of statewide level and get support and get help and just get going, get these projects moving.
I'm Keith Stokes, Executive Director of the Rhode Island Economic Development Corporation, and we greatly look forward to our continual partnership. The city of Pawtucket, as an anchor of the Northern Rhode Island District, is a very important asset within this state. And as we move forward in building and sustaining a competitive economy in the state, the three critical areas that we'll be focusing on are land, labor, and capital. Capital programs will be established for small and existing businesses. The labor will be the investment in our workforce. And the land piece is critical because we'll be able to assemble and build upon a number of our critical land assets, particularly in our urban centers across the state. Pawtucket is a leading urban center. It has access to a tremendous workforce. It has an infrastructure of land and built environments for economic development and redevelopment. And most importantly, we've got the momentum with Pawtucket to really begin to connect our workforce to our workplace. And it will be the mass transit and intermodal transit systems that will be driving that process over the next several years.
Going forward with a new economy, and there's a big thing in transit and in planning today called transit-oriented development, and these are the places where we should invest first. Pawtucket is already a very dense community, which works very well for transit, so this is an area RIPTA is focused on trying to develop further.
Growth is going to be in transit. It's not going to be in new highways, new roadways. Using the existing infrastructure that we have, including Northeast Corridor, and building on that to allow for economic development here in Rhode Island. There's the desire to reintroduce the station in Pawtucket on the MBTA system to provide service for Central Falls and Pawtucket.
With all the infrastructure that's already happening at the state and federal level, the downtown plan will tie this all together and become the strong foundation to support economic development. The Blackstone Valley River is the most important resource in the downtown area. And we really have the opportunity. It used to be the place where we got all our power for industry. Now it can be the place where we really build sustainable development. One of the great things about the Blackstone River in downtown Pawtucket is a lot of areas are undeveloped, so we have the potential to preserve some public space and public access and at the same time promote economic development. What we need from the state and federal level is we need money. We need funding to support these infrastructure projects. We've made a big first step. We've done a lot of the work. We've laid the groundwork. Now we need the funding to support it and make it happen.